This is Platinum Northwest TV News. Good evening and thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Philadelphia Mangoeng. Let's take a look now at the news making headlines. First up, Northwest Premier Mokgosi undertakes leave and has appointed MEC for Finance to act on his behalf. And Deputy Minister hosts the Youth Peace Conversation ahead of Youth Month. In the business news, Public Works and Infrastructure Minister says that solutions are needed in order to integrate Africa's infrastructure. And in the sports news, Desiree Ellis to assess players' diversity in the upcoming Three Nations series. We begin here in line with Chapter 6, Section 131(1)(a) of the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa. Northwest Premier Mokgosi has appointed the MEC for Finance, Kenetswe Mosenukhi, as acting Premier effective from the 24th of May to the 8th of June. Now, this provision allows for an MEC to assume the Premier's responsibility during periods of absence, ensuring continuity in governance. In other news, the Deputy Minister in the Presidency for Women, Youth and Persons with Disability, Mapaseka Litike, delivered the keynote address at the Youth Peace Conversation earlier today. Now, this initiative is a collaboration between the Embassy of the Kingdom of the Netherlands, the DWYPD, the Office of the Premier of the Northwest Province, Mafeking Local Municipality, the Lopeko Foundation, and the Northwest University. The Deputy Minister emphasized that faith and religion play a significant role in the healing process and building a society that is rooted in justice for all. Let's take a look.
Disability inclusion is about more than just compliance. This checklist exercise is not working, or meeting quotas. It's about embracing diversity, unlocking talent, and creating services that cater to the full spectrum of society. Persons living with disability represent a significant portion of the most population, estimated at around 7%. Yet they remain one of the most underserved, underrepresented groups in financial industry.
In more news, the EFF leader Julius Malema has accused Umkhonto weSizwe party leader Jacob Zuma of being pretentious about his call for black unity. This follows Zuma's long-standing call for unity among black and like-minded parties. In its formative stages, the MKP worked with the EFF and formed the Progressive Caucus in Parliament, but the relations of the two parties squared with the departure of the EFF's former Deputy President Floyd Shivambu, who is now the MKP's Secretary General, together with Dalimpofu Mzwanele and Advocate Busisiwe Mkhwebane, amongst others. Now, Malema brands the MKP as his enemy, saying that he will never work with a party that seeks to destroy the EFF. And onto this now, award-winning Northwest-born actor Presley Chweneyagae has sadly passed on. The renowned actor was known for his role in the Oscar-winning role film Tsotsi, a film that earned him the first Golden Horn at the first SAFTAs back in 2006. He was also known for his role in the local television series The River. Prior to his work in film, Chweneyagae was active in theatre and community-based productions. Now, confirmation of his death was announced earlier today through a statement from his management on behalf of his family. The details of his death are currently unknown. Moving on to international news now, the head of the new US and Israel-backed organization said to distribute aid in Gaza has quit, saying it would be impossible to do the job without compromising basic humanitarian principles. Jake Wood, the executive director of the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation, said that he was proud of the work that he had done so far overseeing the project. Now, the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation said it would launch operations on Monday despite the resignation of Wood. Israel has promoted plans for an aid distribution overhaul in the shattered Palestinian enclave, despite widespread condemnation from the humanitarian groups already working there, including the United Nations. And with that, let's take a look now at the business news. In the business news, Public Works and Infrastructure Minister Dean Macpherson says that there is a need to find solutions to integrate infrastructure development across the African continent. This comes as the 2025 Sustainable Infrastructure Development Symposium that took place in Cape Town. Government has consistently emphasized infrastructure development as a strategic priority and promised to turn South Africa into a construction site. Macpherson said that 14 ministers from across the continent met to discuss how they can integrate infrastructure development to have a common approach and common purpose so that they can drive regional and continental integration that will boost economies and create jobs. And that's all from the Business News. Your sports update follows next. In soccer news, Banyana have begun their final preparation in Pretoria for the 2025 Women's Africa Cup of Nations, including participation in the Three Nations series with Botswana and Zambia. A 22-player squad featuring the return of Refilwe Jane is in camp to build momentum ahead of the tournament. Now, Banyana head coach Desiree Ellis has indicated that the team intends to remain flexible during the upcoming Three Nations series to facilitate the selection of the most suitable squad for the upcoming Women's Africa Cup of Nations title defense. Ellis also noted that the selection process remains open and there is still time to evaluate additional players before finalizing the squad to compete for the WAFCON title. Moving on to rugby news now, the DHL Western Province Under-21 team routed the Leopards 85-22 in the SA Rugby Under-21 Cup match this past weekend, with junior Springbok and Blitzbok speedster Gino Cupido scoring 4 times. Now, Cape Town's defending champions led 35-10 at half-time in Olin Park. DHL Western Province secured a decisive victory, achieving a total of 13 tries in contrast to the Leopards' 4. On the other hand, the Hollywood Beds Sharks earned their 3rd win of the season, beating Fidelity ADT Lions 47-36 in Johannesburg, outscoring them to 76 tries and leading 33-17 at halftime. And that's where we're going to have to wrap it up for this evening. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back again tomorrow evening. Till then, good night and take care.